Darren is definitely not dressed like that right now while he's at the Grand Canyon.
I don't think so. Yeah,
no, hopefully he's got a SPF 1000.
He does.
So,
according to his social media, he does. Yeah, he's ready to go. I think it seems like he's seen a lot of really cool places. I've seen a couple of his social media posts, so folks
cool.
have checked out Darren Rockwell's channel. I'm sure you've seen some of those. Seems like a very fun holiday vacations trip he's on, and he's gone until next week. It'll be a week from today he makes his first reappearance back here on the show. In the meantime, you're going to have myself and meteorologist Colton Sikoracki, who's around here somewhere. We're going to be, again, continuing to fill in for Darren in the morning show, so you'll catch us on all those newscasts throughout the next week.
All right, sounds good. I'm sure. I don't know how Colton is still alive after the Taylor Swift show, because I think it was the high point of his life so far.
Yeah, well,
but he's here.
I've heard great things. My wife went as well.
Yeah.
And she had a blast. She said it was a great time.
I've heard nothing but good things about it, which is pretty good.
Yeah, they made a lot of the bracelets and all that people been trading at all the concerts and shows. So I don't know as much about it, to be honest. I love, I think Taylor Swift's got a lot of great songs. Yeah. I'm not a hater, but
But you're not a Swiftie.
I wouldn't consider myself, no. But
okay.
But she makes good music. She's a good artist, so.
Well, this is the kind of weather I feel like you sing about when it comes to June.
Yeah, you have to.
A little bit crisp or a little bit chilly in the morning, but that just means it's not going to last, right?
Right, yeah, for the most part. I think we're getting back into some summer warmth before the week is even done, and then certainly beyond the weekend upcoming, which is a big one for Father's Day, and then Juneteenth as well next Monday. And so the weather looks great for both of those, to be honest, and we have a dry stretch. Looks like it's incoming once again. We've been talking about all the dry weather we've had. We got a little bit of rain on Sunday, a little bit of rain on Tuesday, and now we're going to get a little rain on Thursday. So that every other day pattern in this early week is kind of held true, but the Saturday showers are sort of fading out of our forecast a bit, which is not great news unless you're planning on doing something outdoors Saturday, in which case it'll be pretty nice.
Well, you can't even see a cloud in the sky right now.
Yeah, real nice and sunny. We actually, because of a lot of the moisture yesterday, some light winds out there, and saturated air, we actually had a little bit of fog in some mid-Michigan locations very early on. Places like Jackson did. We didn't have as much in the Lansing area, the north side of town over US 127, showcasing that now. Sunshine, we're back in. 54 is how the number reads, but I suspect at the top of the 9 o'clock hour coming up here, we're going to have these numbers jump quite a bit, and that'll continue to be the case throughout the day moving forward. So those numbers now: 51 St. John's, Jackson 54, along with Charlotte. Mason is at 55. We again continue to warm up today. The Wednesday planner shows that here. Again, a few clouds possible early, but a lot of folks already into the sunshine, as we just saw on our sky cam. We'll have that through most of the day, maybe a few afternoon fair weather clouds, but temperatures are comfortable today. They are still a little bit below normal in those mid 70s. A few folks might get to the upper 70s, but either way, we're at 79 for an average high, and we're not quite going to get there today, I don't think. So just barely below normal, but still pleasant and comfortable out there. Now, the UV index forecast is another thing I want to mention and point out. We're going to be at a 7 today, and that means that in 30 minutes or less you can burn. And so if you do have some exposure to the sun out there today, try to have some protective measures. Most folks seem to be under, well, I won't say most, but some folks seem to be under the belief that if it's not that hot outside, you're not going to burn. But really, the reality is the sun angle. It just happens to coincide with us here in the Northern Hemisphere as being this time of year when we have hot temperatures, and we also have the high sun angle. Those two tend to go hand in hand, and in the months of May, June, and July, you have the highest sun angle, and so that's why anytime you get a sunny day, and particularly those 3 months, it's easy for you to burn. Today will be one of those days, even though we're only in the 70s, and so hopefully you're able to enjoy a pleasant day, but also make sure to find some shade. The hour-by-hour forecast here is going to show the clouds fading away as we go into the afternoon, if they haven't already, and the numbers again are in the 70s today, but we are dry, and that'll be the case into the overnight. By the time we hit Thursday morning, you see a few specks showing up here. You get a couple of spotty rain showers in. I don't think this is a big, widespread, or far-reaching system, but we'll see some rain come through, I think, tomorrow morning, and it'll come through in pockets. And then here you see in the afternoon we have the flare-ups of maybe a couple thunderstorms that could come through. And I don't expect at this point anything to become severe. However, we could see a few gusty winds with any storms that do come through. And if you get a nice, healthy, non-severe downpour, that would probably be appreciated at this point, as we've been very dry lately. So that'll all fade out as we head into Thursday evening and overnight, and then eventually heading out into our Friday. You'll see here temperatures are starting in the mid-50s, and we'll continue to see warmer overnight lows headed into the weekend and next week as well. While we lose the temps off the map here, you see we get back into more sunshine Friday afternoon. That should have our numbers trying to get to 80. Even if we don't quite get there, we'll be just shy at about 79, which is what I have the forecast high at. But today, 76. Again, more sunshine in our forecast. And while the Lugnuts had a nice battle yesterday, they fell just short. I believe it was 3-2 in 10 innings against Peoria, the Chiefs, another very tough ball club over there. They've got good weather for the game tonight, hoping they can bounce back and try to grab a win. They've got 5 more games, including tonight in the series. Each one's going to be at 7:05 like tonight, except Sunday, which, of course, as it will be for the rest of the year, will be at 1:05. But good weather for that game out there. And the 10-day forecast here does open up a couple showers and, again, a few thunderstorms heading out into Thursday. And so we'll throw that rain chance in there. But the one for Saturday has seemed to kind of fade out of the forecast a bit, at least less suggested that we'll get any rain for that time frame. Numbers are going to warm up into the weekend. We're back in the 80s, and that's a trend that'll carry us all the way through the rest of the 10-day forecast with lots of sunshine out there as well. And that includes Father's Day on Sunday and Juneteenth on Monday. As we mentioned, both days should be pretty nice weather-wise. And so if you do have any outdoor events, plans, you just want to have a nice dinner outside or something like that, you should have really nice weather for that. However, it is going to be a dry stretch too, and you see that looks like it's going to last into most of next week, which, you know, without us seeing much rain lately is not really great for our area. It was, again, helpful to get the rain the last couple days, and hopefully we can pick some more up Thursday, because if this stretch does hold true and we're another week plus of dry weather, it's not going to be real great for this area as we head into the second half of June here. And so even though the weather's pleasant, temperatures in the 80s, very summer-like, overnight lows near 60, also very summer-like, that's the direction that we're kind of headed. And so we hopefully are going to be getting back into at least a pattern where we get the occasional rain showers to come through. In the meantime, hopefully we can pick some up Thursday, because if we don't, then it's going to be tough being dry for another 8 days or so beyond that.
We can't go back to that. That was rough for everybody, I feel like, the lack of rain we had. Mm-hmm. But I like the every other day thing. Mm-hmm. You get a little bit of a break from it. Yeah. But you get it when you need it.
Yeah, and again, the weekend's going to be nice, and especially if we do get some rain Thursday, it won't be as concerning being dry here out into the weekend if we can pick up some late week rain here. Friday's another very comfortable day ahead of that weekend, and, you know, even those days they seem to be following that same trend of not quite as much humidity, which is always appreciated, but that also means, again, not as many opportunities for rain when it's not as humid, and you got dry air in place. And so that's what we deal with in the forecast, but we'll have a lot more on that coming up in the 11 o'clock newscast. Colton's got your review in that, and then Andy will have later on in the evening and overnight shows as well. And so that's what we got to look forward to here.
Looks like really good golfing, fishing, baseball weather for Father's Day too.
Yeah, it does. And so if you're doing any of that with dad, grandpa, or any father figure in your life out there, you certainly have a few opportunities to enjoy that really nice weather that we've got. Again, the forecast is nice. We just would love to get a little bit of rain here and there. Hopefully Thursday will help us out with that.
And you can keep track of all of that with
the First Alert Weather app, of course. Yeah, all you got to do is search WILX Weather. That's in the App Store and Google Play. We give, of course, your daily video updates. Those come in routinely. I mean, we're updating that several times a day, whether there's 2, 3, or 4 of us here, or one. And so, you know, and that's what how it's kind of been lately with things going on here or there. And so we'll be, of course, staying on top of it. You get your hour-by-hour temperatures, your radar, and again, those video forecasts. It's absolutely free. Download today if you haven't already. I know we always tout it, but it really is a great product that we swear by. Mm-hmm. I use it myself. I got several family members and friends who sometimes, when they're not even in the area, are using it because it can track your location if you allow it to do so in your settings. And it's very user-friendly. And so it's something that we are always striving to make a better product. If you ever have any feedback, be sure to let us know. You can contact us either on any of our social media channels, at WILX at Weather, at WILX.com, any way that you can get a hold of us. We'll read all your information. If you're nice, we'll respond to you. If you're not, I don't know. We'll see. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in, I guess.
And I actually got rid of my standard weather app on my home screen.
Good. Yeah, see that we love that. That's something that's just on a personal note that grinds my gears. And people just go, "Oh, but my iPhone weather app." So you know what? If you're going to tout that in my face, make sure it's the First Alert weather app. That way, I can at least say, you know what? I know you're coming from a sensible product there. So
there you go.
That's kind of how we like to do things.
All right, thank you very much, Justin.
Of course.
And thanks for changing your schedule to fill in for Darren early this morning and yesterday and the day before.
Of course, I'll be back next week. I'm not going anywhere.
Nope, I know it's not easy.
I'll just,
That's fun. You're switching some stuff around.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's one chair.
Okay.
And here's another.
The second chair. Thank you.
I mean, I probably could stand next to you, but...
You could, and you would still be the same height, because I'm a little on the shorter end.
All right. Well, we are now going to take a look at some of your top headlines. Taylor Gattoni here from News 10 Today at 11 and First at 4.
That is right. We are here. It was a busy day yesterday. It's another busy day today, so we've got a lot to bring you. I just want to mention, as we were talking about, Justin talking about the WILX First Alert weather app and how we can always respond on there. We can also respond on here on this monitor. So anytime that you have any questions, comments, want us to answer it live, we can live chat with you. Feel free to send anything, and we can let you know what's up.
Especially when it comes to weather. It's a really good tool if you want to know exactly how much rain or we don't want to talk about it in June, but snow you're going to get, or maybe you're seeing
snow in June.
Maybe you're seeing something that you want to let our meteorologists know about. Really easy. Just hop on Facebook, YouTube, and you can join our chat live right there, even if it's just to say hi. And
there you go.
We'll say hi back.
We'll say hi back. But yeah, so we do have an update to a story that we told you about last month. The police have identified human remains found near McLaren Greater Lansing Hospital back in May. Lansing police say the body of 39-year-old Matthew Cataline was found in a wooded area off Discovery Drive near US 127, and that's just off Collins Road. Now, officers responded to the scene after receiving a call about a suspicious situation, and investigators say they do not know how Cataline died. Police are working to figure out the sequence of events leading up to his death, and we will keep you updated as we learn more on this investigation, what they're finding. Again, they called it a suspicious situation. That's why they first went out there. And yeah.
So, of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more on that. And right now, we're going to take a look over East Lansing. It looks really nice this morning. Still a little brown grass, though.
Yeah, we're finally bringing, well, we did get some rain yesterday, but not enough to take care of that brown grass. But yes, Michigan State University is continuing to upgrade its security while students are gone for summer break following the mass shooting on campus 4 months ago yesterday. Now, on Tuesday, crews were in Bessie Hall, replacing classroom door locks, and the new locks are an upgrade and allow people to lock classrooms from the inside. Now, it's just one of several improvements following the mass shooting in February, and to prepare for the worst, MSU is also working to improve its surveillance and notification systems by creating a new Security Operations Center. Now, it will include live monitoring for all security cameras, as well as provide multiple platforms for the campus community to get security alerts. MSU Security Operations Center will be located in the Police and Public Safety Building, and the university's goal is to have the center finished by this fall. Right, so they've got a few months left to finish up.
They do. Graduation was just not that long ago, but before you know it, students will be back on campus for the fall semester. And speaking of students being back, as it stands right now in Michigan, schools are required to start classes after Labor Day, but that soon could change.
Oh, get ready for this.
I know.
Today at the Capitol, lawmakers took the next step in trying to remove that restriction. So if a school would like to start class before Labor Day, currently they are required to fill out a waiver with the state. And the bill will now go before the full House would take away that requirement. Tourism is one of the big reasons why classes are held off until after Labor Day weekend. You know, people are still getting their last-minute travels in. But the bill's supporters say that each school district is different. So that would be interesting to see how all of the different schools, like who's starting early, who's going to start after Labor Day.
I feel like there was a time when I was in elementary school, so it would have been the late 90s as I'm aging myself. I feel like we started some classes, some school years in August. Late August.
Some were a little bit before, and then you would have like a week or two, and then you would have Labor Day.
Then you would really be into
getting into
school for the whole year.
It'd probably be like syllabus week before Labor Day, something,
But I remember because our hometown my hometown has their fair every like August, like the third weekend of August or something. And I remember having the fair and then having to go to school.
And you're like, go to school and then the fair. Hurrah to summer.
It was weird. But I do get it because tourism is so big in Michigan. We were just talking about it yesterday with Pictured Rocks.
Being up north.
Yeah, you really want to make sure that you're getting all of that in. And plus some of the kids who maybe work in those tourist towns, teenagers, high school students, they don't want to cut their hours back to go back to school.
And you also want to enjoy part of your summer.
You do. We're going to try and do that today, actually, after work. So. All right. So can you share what's coming up on News 10 today at 11? I don't have a full screen because my graphics aren't working, if you couldn't tell.
We've got a lot to cover, so bear with me here. So we're at the MSU AG Bio Research Extension, where they're hosting Research Center Field Days.
Sounds fun.
I miss field days.
I know.
Moving on. The public is invited to learn about research and programming that impact Michigan food and natural resources. Also coming up on News 10 today at 11, a group of lawmakers will hold a press conference to announce clean energy legislation. Also, a fast food icon meets with a footwear icon.
Icon used loosely.
We have the result of that mashup, though, coming up in our newscast. And don't forget that we are back at 2 o'clock right here, News 10 Plus. Yesterday was tricky.
It was very tricky yesterday afternoon.
Live stream.
Yeah.
But we will be back here, News 10 Plus, at 2 o'clock today, talking about what you can expect first alert forecast. We'll have Colton, I believe.
Yep.
And then we will also be telling you what's coming up first at 4 and during our 90 minutes of news.
And hopefully somebody from Studio 10 will be here.
Yes. Studio 10 will be here as well.
They've been out a lot in the community. If you haven't noticed when you're watching Studio 10, they're going out to a lot of places.
Which
so we
is
kind of
great.
got to grab them when we can find them in the hallway and bring them over and say, hey, what are you doing today? So you can tell everybody.
Sorry to stop you real quick.
Yeah, just come over here really quick and let us know. But don't forget, it's also running out of time for dedications. You can let us know why your father is very dedicated to your family. There's a contest page on WILX.com. Head over there and you can get entered to win great prizes from all of those. Some of those look delicious and fun. Literally, one of them has fun in the name. But you can make sure to go over there and just like you were nominating somebody, make sure you dedicate somebody.
Well, these are really great prizes, too, because you can actually use it.
Yeah.
It's practical. Some of them you can even, if the dads receive it, take the whole family out. I know it's meant for the dads, but hey, you could still enjoy Father's Day with the whole family.
That's why they're dedicated.
Or the dads can just use it and still be taken out, right?
All right.
There you go.
Well, make sure you tune in for that. And Justin's messing with the computer. That means it's time for us to go. So thanks for tuning in.
Have a great Wednesday.